right, ladies and gentlemen, so the long-awaited Silent Hill 2 remake from Blooper Team is officially out, only for the people who pre-ordered it, obviously, and got early access. The game is giving 2-day early access and came out on the 6th, but the official release date is the 8th of October. Now, this game has been mired in controversy, okay? Myself included. I've had a lot to say about the direction for certain characters and the overall theme of Silent Hill 2 Remake, and how they said and openly admitted that they were going to be toning down the horror aspects of this game, which I heavily disagreed with. I did not like the overall atmosphere that they were going with the game as well. And of course, what they did to certain characters and modernizing them was a big turnoff for me, and it raised a lot of red flags. Well, apparently, the remake has launched to, according to The Gamer, overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
That's cap. I accuse you of capping.
Now, here's the amazing thing about this overwhelmingly positive review on Steam, right? People are trying to own this up to be a gigantic win for the modern audience, ladies and gentlemen. Huge win. And here's the problem with the modern audience, right? What they tend to do is they tend to take the win a little bit too early, a little bit too fast, right? And it seems to be extremely sus to me that all of these reviews are extremely positive. Now, I'm not saying the game's not good, okay? Because a lot of people that I know personally are saying the game's actually decent, which if it is good, I am happy that Blooper Team has done Silent Hill 2 at least some justice, considering it's one of my favorite horror games of all time, just like a lot of you guys out there. However, what I am going to say is that regardless of whether or not the game is good or not, I find these reviews to be highly sus, and I'm going to explain why. So let's get into this article, guys, from The Gamer. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, there is a media storm surrounding this game, and I cannot say that I am surprised. Every single modern audience website out there is pushing out articles left and right, and they're specifically talking about the positive reviews. And it makes you wonder, why is that, right? The Gamer had like 5 articles launched today on the day this game launched about Silent Hill 2, with most of them talking about the reviews and how there are negative reviews that are trying to be review bombed and whatnot, that they're purposely delaying or not even allowing to go through. I'm going to make a separate video on the negative reviews, but we're going to focus on the positive reviews because these are the reviews that they're trying to say are legitimate. So we got some key takeaways. Silent Hill 2 fans have had nothing but doubt ever since it was revealed that Blooper was remaking Silent Hill 2, and rightfully so. We have every reason to have doubts considering what they were showing us. They didn't exactly put their best foot forward when they were trying to showcase the game. Against all odds, though, it appears to have actually managed it, as players with early access have nothing but good things to say. Now, do you think that people who would pay for pre-orders and early access, do you think they're going to say something bad about the game usually? Probably not, right? The people who go for early access are the ones who are going to say something positive about the game anyway, right? They're the shills normally. They're the ones who are probably going to go the hardest for a game like this. So I'm not exactly going to take the word of people who paid for early access on this game to be unbiased, right? I'm looking for more fleshed out reviews. Maybe I'll watch some YouTube reviews and whatnot. That's what I'm personally looking for. But to say that overwhelmingly positive on the first day of early access release is something amazing and clearly everyone is loving it, I think that's very disingenuous. Then it says the game's Steam page currently sits with overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, which is quite the feat. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not quite the feat. It's quite the feat if you're a week in and it's fully released and you're still at overwhelmingly positive. But if you are on your first day where you have early access people who were going to shill for you anyway, making it overwhelmingly positive within the first couple of hours, you're already claiming that this is some Guinness World Record? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Anyway, Silent Hills 2 Early Digital Deluxe launch appears to have been a hit on Steam, as it's already sitting at overwhelmingly positive reviews, a far cry from what most fans expect. This is the first day. It's not even the first day. We haven't even hit 12 hours at the time of this video, let alone 24 hours. You guys are celebrating within the first few hours. This is the problem. You guys do this all the time. How many times did Nick Calandra, Alyssa Mercante, all these fucking shills out there would celebrate their temporary victories, like when they got Smash's website taken down, his GoFundMe taken down, and then everything ends up coming back up within 24 hours later and they go quiet. Right? Why are you celebrating so early? It doesn't make it. You guys are a bad look for your own modern audience. From the very first moment that it was revealed that Blooper Team would be the ones behind the long-rumored remake of Silent Hill 2, it's fair to say that pretty much everyone had their doubts. Blooper had released several good games, sure, but its approach to horror has been a lot more obvious and jump scare heavy than the subtlety of Silent Hill that it requires. Against all odds, though, it seems that Blooper has actually managed to remake Silent Hill 2 in the way that it deserves, with it achieving much higher review scores from critics than any of us expected. It also seems to be a success with players too, as the ones getting their hands on it early have nothing but good things to say. If they're getting their hands on it early, that means they were probably going to shill for this game regardless. For you to pretend otherwise is extremely disingenuous, and I just find it to be very funny because it seems like you're trying to count your victories before the battle is even over to begin with, right? Like you're not actually having, and just wait. For those of you watching this video, check out the other video that I'm going to be releasing later today about the negative reviews being silenced on this game. And then you tell me something sus is not happening overall with this particular video game. So again, they're trying to showcase a screenshot here. Now, lucky for me, I actually have a screenshot of just two positive reviews, right? And the funny thing is about these two positive reviews is that if you were to switch the words of these two positive reviews and you were to make it into something that was, anti-woke or whatever, these will be considered review bombs, right? But because they are saying the right words, they're allowed to go through as everything is A-okay, right? Oh, they're talking about the culture war? Yeah, no, this is not a positive review bomb at all. This is just people happy with the game. But anyway, let's continue. So we got a review here, and it says, Blooper Team shuts down all the doubters and so-called anti-SGW soys with this one. Get it, play it, enjoy it. Just one thing, though. Why did they make the main menu generic as fuck? They could have used the original one's layout and it would have been way, way better than this. Now, guys, keep in mind, this person decided that this game was Game of the Year after 2.9 hours of playing, okay? 2.9 hours of playing, and they're trying to say that this game owns the CHUDS, right? Owns an anti-SJW crowd, right? After 2.9 hours. Okay, sounds like a journalist to me. Let's go. We got another one with 3.7 hours, just a little bit more. You did it, Blooper. You did it. Online grifters and shitposters wanted you to fail. So many fake fans told you and the creators how the game should be according to video essays they watched. Anti-woke gamers who had no context of the game spouted crap, and yet you guys pulled it off. Welcome back, Silent Hill. After 3.7 hours, mind you, of gameplay. 3.7 hours was all it took for this person to say, yup, it's everything I thought it was going to be. Fuck the CHUDS, right? So again, the people who bought this game and the people who paid for early access, they were going to shill for this game no matter what. That was an obvious thing, and I'm okay with that. I understand that. That's why we have overall reviews when the game actually releases. If when the game fully releases and it gets in the hands of the non-shills and the non-shills say, you know what, the game's actually pretty good, then fuck it. Let's rock out. At the end of the day, you understand that we don't lose, right, by getting a good video game. We like nobody loses at the end of the day. We just tell you, hey, these are red flags that normally mean bad things for business. Hopefully that's not the case here, considering it's Silent Hill 2 and a lot of people love Silent Hill 2. But as of right now, these red flags are a sign that things are probably not going to go the right way for a lot of people who were looking forward to this game as a remake of the original game they loved. Whereas these people here are just going to gobble the dick of any corporation they possibly can in the hopes to gain access, or at the very least, in this situation, people who aren't even content creators in the hopes that they can just own some CHUDS, right? Because they ideologically disagree. Again, I want to remind you, if these two reviews said anti-woke soys, right? If these two reviews were anything anti-woke, they would be labeled as review bombs, right? Because it would be negative, obviously. People would say, oh, the game is super woke and whatnot. They changed a lot of characters, blah, blah, blah. If any of that was happening, it would be viewed as a review bomb because it was culture war related. But these being positive culture war related reviews, that's okay. That's allowed because it's saying all the right things. So again, guys, we're going to see what happens when the game officially releases on the 8th. As of right now, I think you should just be in the camp of cautiously optimistic until you see some actual reviews from non-shills. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.